Hi, welcome to subscriber 72. Thank you very much, and here we go. Let's get into this. This is the first game, and I have 3 for you, so I won't muck around too much. I hope not to, but I do like to give a little bit of analysis, of course. So I hope you enjoy. Hope it improves your chess, and or else helps your chess in one fashion or form or other. And need it not be said that it doesn't depend on your level of play. Chess is good internationally, globally, without language and all that sort of thing. So let's not do too much talking, Dave. Now I consider myself developed. White still hasn't developed completely. Hasn't got a rook on a half open file, and their queen is still on the back cushion. So here goes a developing move of whites. And all I'm doing is I'm speaking to myself and saying, my plan is fixed and fastened already. Hotel E3, Hotel E3. That's what I was saying to myself as black in this position, in this lightning game, with a about 200 points higher rated player than myself. So G4, and it isn't my opening, by the way, because it's on the database as well. G4, okay, rook F3, rook F1. I could just take here, and or else I could just play knight E4. I don't. And here I thought black can play queen, white could play queen takes E3. They can, but it's not that great. But I think that if I was playing this game again, maybe knight E4 is very nice. But anyway, I'll leave that to the judges, you guys. Queen E6, and here it's pretty sad because not even knight F5 is any good, because I just recapture and win another pawn. So my opponent went knight H5 here, here, and now what did I play to finish this game off? Yeah, you guessed it, because I don't want to spend too long on each game. Knight C4, okay? And my opponent resigned, because obviously they're going to lose this knight now, because the rook on E3, hotel square, is defended by the knight that's just attacked the queen. Next game. So this is a King's Indian attack versus an Alekhines. Pesky knight, eh? That's a pesky knight. So we better get rid of it. So this one I say is queenside versus kingside, even though kingside doesn't look like it's doing anything at the moment. It's deceptive. Oh dear, we're going to lose pawns. Here comes Wiganar's knight. Here comes Black's knight. We've been threatened with both our rooks to be taken. So I just think, well, I might as well spong with knight f6 check and frazzle my opponent. Is that what I did? Yes. So here we have just queen h5 threatening, and I want to show some analysis here. I think this is what I think happens. And clearly knight takes rook is feeble because of bishop g7 check and queen h7 checkmate. So here if black opts to play this, if gf6, then I believe maybe I'm okay with bishop f8. But if bishop f6 here, then I think can I play this? I think I can, but it's getting a little bit dodgy. So this is a check to the king with the bishop and a check to the king with the queen. So the king has to move in this case. And here you would appreciate that black is lost. I will let you work that out without me showing you. Everyone can see that black is lost here in 1 or 2 moves time. But that's why I figured I would play if my opponent plays h6. My opponent didn't play h6, they took my bishop on f6. Now I'm attacking the rook as well with my bishop on f4, even though black's threatening my rook on a2, clearly with their knight. So I take, and here comes knight a2, and I play bishop d6. Now, what would you play here? It's soon finished, this game, but what would you play here? How would you defend this position for black in this situation now? And maybe you can find a move that beats me. So my opponent played here, moving ahead, of course, rook g8, and then I just took this pawn, and I thought, well, they're probably going to play the next move, which they did. I figured it's pretty nasty, really, because if rook here, then I just play queen f8 check. Then rook g8 is forced. Then queen takes here. Then rook here. Then queen here. And this is forced. And this is final. Okay? So that's the sort of tactics that are available to white in this position. bishop h4 as promised. This is the move I thought black would fall for, and I looked a bit further than 2 moves ahead with bishop e5, and my opponent resigned. So I hope you enjoyed that game. Now one more, if you bear with me, one more, and then that's the end of the session. And I hope you do enjoy these little wee episodes, please, and welcome to my new subscriber. Thank you very much for joining. So here we go. As I mentioned in yesterday's episode, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, this isn't the greatest setup for black like this, even though I probably play it myself for the bishop on g7. It's best that the pawns on dark squares, not necessarily on e5, but that's still very good too. That's my opinion, of course. It may differ from other people's opinion. g3. My move, f5. The move that I'm known for. But it's not my move. A lot of people play it. A very good move, by the way. d4. Now, I could just swing my knight back here, but I saw a long time ago in the Battle of Chess Ideas, Petrosian would play a move like this, this, and this. So I tried to emulate Petrosian. So here I rid myself of my lovely knight for black's vulgar looking bishop on a6. And this is just like basic. I'm obviously attacking this pawn. So I don't even know if this is all that bothersome, and I was thinking of this move here. And so I'm just going to show this as a variation. This is what I considered to play. Now black could play this, but it does end up quite interesting. Or black could possibly play something like this, and then I'm not sure whether or not I'm going anywhere with it. I've now given up 2 pieces for a rook and a pawn, so I didn't think that would be. I thought that's the thing with chess is you can have a reasonable position. I won't say great, a reasonable position, because just look at this a pawn. It's ready to motor, and this is queen side versus king side. But in chess, you can have a really reasonable position, I'll just say that. And then you can, or I can, not you, you don't do this, I do. Then I can just go on a frenzy sort of like combinative sacrificial attack sort of thing, and not air it on YouTube. Nah, just joking, I do. And then you can get a position that you're all of a sudden struggling with, and that happens so often in chess. So it's best to play sort of sensibly. I play bishop b4, maybe not everyone's move, knight b4, and queen d2. So I've now developed. Black has developed before me. h6, and instead of going knight h3 like Petrosian probably would, I went knight f3. And now I'm starting to all of a sudden maybe think, well, yes, okay, I've just developed, so I'm thinking maybe I should be reasonably proactive on the king side, because if I hang around here, this pawn is just going to march with the assistance of a rook, etc., and knight. It's just going to march right down to here, and it's going to be very, very difficult for white to even draw that position. So I play h4, you see, because I know that this pawn on g5, g6 cannot move to g5 after h5, because I'm going to sacrifice this h4, this h pawn, to soften up black's position in front of his king, and we will see what happens next. So now I play knight h4 with the intent of utilising the bishop I've got, that black hasn't, to attack this pawn back. But looks very, very slow, and who knows, it might be. Bishop f3. Now here I'm thinking I'm going to get a similar pawn maybe as well than of that of black. But rook c3 happens, you see. So I have to think, oh, hang on, do I want to take that pawn, or do I want to play f6? If I play f6, I'm going to get trouble after with rook c2, threatening my queen, which is not actually even defended. So I have to be very careful here. So I play bishop d1, bit grovelly, and now comes queen c6 and f6. Now this is pretty reasonable because of the sort of analysis I've just shown you before, which I would be threatening if bishop here, queen takes pawn, and I can just about sleep on the position, and then I'm threatening bishop f3 because my queen's out of there, rook c2 check, bishop f3 and bishop e4 would be pretty damaging to black's game, but black plays bishop f8. So now what do I do? Well, what would you do? Now obviously if I go here, it's going to be no good because black's just going to take my queen, and all of a sudden we're in the end game. And I'm not saying that I'm scared of the end game, I'm just saying that black's going to be better in this end game here. So I have to think of other things. So yeah, you guessed it, I went rook e4. There are other moves, I'm not saying this is the only move. There could be queen here. That sort of leaves my pawn on c2 available to black to maybe take. I play rook e4, which is possibly threatening queen check, etc., but I'm not sure yet. So king f7. My opponent is ready to meet my moves before I've even played them. That's what I think. So I play bishop h5. So I'm now taking back what I just said, that my queen and bishop are defending my c2 pawn, this one here. So king g8. And now I just play rook g4. Now I thought, well, maybe I should have just played queen g2. You might like to look at that. It probably wins very quickly. In fact, it does. What does black do about that? We will just turn the engine on, and I will get the computer after a few seconds to remedy their move. King h7, and that's not going to be any good, is it? Or is it? It probably is going to be quite reasonable. So anyway, I might have played the right move. Now we'll just try this again with bishop h5. Ah, it's still playing my move. So there must be something wrong with my move. Anyway, I'm turning the engine off. It's very embarrassing. And it often is when we analyse a position. So I have to just go to my phone and get the end of this position. We have rook g4, king h8. Might be because I turned the machine on. Then we have, is it knight g6 check? I think it is, yeah. It's knight g6 check. And if king here, then knight e7 discovered check with the rook is quite damaging to black, at least, or similar. There's also knight f8 and queen h6 check, because knight f8 is check, and then after king f8 more or less forced, I think, other than other futile attempts, then queen h6 is checkmate, because now the bishop's on this diagonal. So anyway, knight g6 happened. What happened here? I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. Now bishop f7 happened, new variation, and then rook c2 happened. So black succeeded in getting to their objective, but have they got, or their subjective, not their objective. Now I play knight g6. Hold on, what's going on here? Bishop 8, king g8, rook g4, king h8, bishop f7. Oh. Bishop f7, new main line, king h7. Sorry about this. King h7, sort of. Knight g6, and here is very easy to see what's going to happen next. So after rook c2, we've got knight takes f8 check, and then rook g7 check, and queen h6 checkmate. Okay, that is the end of the session. Thank you very much for watching it. We'll just say black won that. Okay.